belief that everybody that was invited was not everybody that should be here. And those that didn't make it, for whatever reason, or they couldn't make it for whatever reason, these are the ones that needed to. Because I think the people in this room were the closest to her. She was a very special individual, our Sally. She was an interesting person to sit and talk to one-on-one because when she was in a crowd, Sarah could tell you, she was a nut. She was a crazy person. Anything was liable to fall out of her face. There was, But when you were talking to her one-on-one, you realized,
highly intelligent.
Yes, a highly intelligent human being. And her desire to serve God was so awesome, just so great. She didn't have any pretension. She was
Real.
what you saw is what you got. And she didn't dress it up. She didn't always play nice. Sometimes she would get wound up and make a sailor blush. But when she was, the month before she passed, she called me almost like 3 or 4 times a week. She would call me because I couldn't call her. She didn't have a room, phone in her room. So she would call me and she would tell me, we lost another lady today. And and you could hear the breathing because that person was alone. She made it a point over there. She would tell me about the different people of hitting the ones that didn't have no visitors. She would go into their room, even if they were so severely stroked out that they couldn't talk or respond, they would blink their eyes and run. And that gave her hope. And she would go and pray with them. And I was like, we got our own little evangelist over there in a wheelchair, rolling around the nursing home, talking to everybody about God. And I was like, that's the way she wanted to go out. That's the way she wanted to be remembered. She was a writer. She's got plaques. She was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize for an article that she wrote. Very intelligent woman. Very well educated. She spoke French. A lot of people didn't know that. But she was fluent in French. And she would haul off and cuss Max out in French. and he'd just be looking at her like, what did I do? And what did she say? But it was her joy to be in a room like this with these young people. She adored these young people. They were her light. She had a lot of darkness. She had a lot of loneliness. And these young people, opened the door and let all that out. And then she got filled up with them. The ones that aren't here, for whatever reason they're not here, she adored these people. They gave her hope. She loved this country. She served this country as a Marine in a time when women still were looked at as things instead of people. She lived a brutal life. Drugs, alcohol. She had a child. She had no idea where it was. She searched, but she couldn't find it. And then I think she did find him. Somebody, I think it was Hannah, told me that she found him, and she watched from afar. She never approached him, never interfered in his life. Sally was a twin. I don't know if everybody knows that. Her mother, her biological father was killed, and her mother had something like 6 children to take care of, and 1949 was when Sally was born. And it was almost impossible to keep her family together. She just couldn't do it. So she adopted out the 2 babies when she couldn't take care of the least. I mean, you know, she had the older ones, but the 2 babies required more of her, and she had to work. So these 2, the brother and the sister, were split up and sent to 2 different families. And Sally's life with her family, when she didn't learn how to walk till she was 5. She had rickets, and really bad. And they finally figured out how to treat it and got her up on her feet. When she graduated high school at 16, at 16, she was the top of the class, had the highest grades in the average, and when she got out, when she graduated, went right into the Marine Corps. And that's when she told me the gates of hell opened up in her life personally and swallowed her. She had the most awesome testimony, and I begged Nora all the time to write it down. And I begged her to write it down for us, because the encouragement that I got from her faith, even though she had lived through all of this stuff, this junk, and she made bad decisions, and, you know, doing drugs and drinking, and her faith, that little measure of faith that we are born with, was alive and well in Sally Robare. She encouraged me. She aggravated me. She made me want to just wring her neck. But she inspired me. She was a beautiful soul. And when you took the time to sit down, James, I know you asked, some of the conversations that can transpire between her and another person, she didn't like the crowd to hear what she had to say. Daddy told her to pray one time at Thanksgiving or Hanukkah or something. Anyway, he put that on me and said, "Okay, Sally, it's your turn." And she wrote it in her notes, I think. Did you read that, Diane? She wrote it in her notes that Daddy made her pray. And she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to say. She didn't know how. And then she began to think about the family she had sitting right there with her. She said that was so consuming, and that it was her honor to be able to thank God for just being a part of that. And man, when I read that in her notes, I wanted to cry, because she was a part of our family. She became, I mean, we went and got her and moved her up here. You know, that's how dear she was to us. And sickness took her. Her heart finally got tired of it. And she left us on February the 14th, her favorite holiday. She said, "I know I'm not supposed to have holidays." Oh my God. And you can hear her saying it. She goes, "But it's red." It's red. She said, "That's my holiday." And so that was the day Alba took her, on her red day. And I'm thankful that I had what little time I did with her, because I learned things. I learned things I didn't want to learn about patience, about faith, because sometimes faith can twist up inside of you and get tangles and knots, and then somebody else will come along and show it to you, and boy, you don't like that. I'm so thankful that I could call her friend, that I could call her sister. And I really, really miss her. I miss talking to her, I miss seeing her. And I love her. She never let anybody, y'all think about this, never let anybody get away from her that she didn't say, I love you. And believe it, she's one of the few rare people that tell you, I love you, and mean it. She did. She had nobody. Do you see family here?
Yes.
Not blood.
I know, but
Yeah, but we're the Bach blood family, the blood Bach family, and her real family had nothing to do with it. She was afraid of them. She didn't like them. They didn't like her. I mean, there's all kinds of things. A lot of drama that goes on in families there.
kind of relate to that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like this. If I died today, this is my family. These are the ones that would be coming to remember me. And I can guarantee you, there's nobody left. Nobody. I got one uncle left out of 8 kids. One. My mother's brother. And everybody else is in the wind. Got a brother that won't answer the phone. It just, so I understand. Now I have looked since we went to South Estonia. I began to see how y'all was pulling people together. And we were coming together, we meet here, or we meet at our house, or we meet at somebody else's house, and it was family. We pick at each other, we argue with each other, we love each other, and we'll do for each other. Somebody gets sick, where's the pot of soup, and that's it. That's what we're here for, to encourage, build up, lift up, and pray. And anything anybody can do for me, I covet your prayers more than anything.
It always kills me when somebody says, all I can do is pray.
Yeah.
I mean, is that not the best thing anybody could possibly
Yeah.
do? But you hear them say it all the time. All I can do is pray.
Pray for me. I need prayer. I was talking to this young man online. He helped start a Messianic congregation in 1 and 3. And you've probably seen him around. His name is Christopher Shoemaker, and his Hebrew name is Yehuda Ben Shemar, or Ray Bash. He's that too. I've known him since I've been on the computer. I met him on AOL. And he writes a lot. He's written several books. And we were sitting and talking, and we were talking about prayer and how prayer changes us. When somebody prays for me,
It is a shame.
somebody prayed for me to come into the fold,
That's kind of odd.
but I didn't know it. But that prayer, and whoever it was, that prayer changed my life. When I heard my babies were being born, got 2 Sarahs, 2 babies. We've got our own Isaac and Ishmael. And I was like, we're blessed to have these people in our life. And I think about Sally. Sally would just be over the moon. A baby, and she would feel like she was a part of it. She would be an aunt. She would be a grandma if she had to be. She would be love for that baby and praying for all of us. And we prayed for her. Sally changed a lot. She lost a lot of weight. She was sick. She was on all those drugs that they give you to keep you in a coma for so long that her reality became something else for a long time. You know, she told me a story. I was like, oh no. And Patricia told me, she said, Suzanne, just go with it because the drugs are wearing off. But she really believes this, and if you refute it, it's going to be confusion because the same thing happened to my mother. And I was like, okay. So I played along with her, and when she started talking about it, I would gently change the subject and go to something good, you know. And I just want y'all to remember Sally every day in your favorite way, in the way that she struck you the most. Her goofiness. Oh my God. And, you know, that was like every other word.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, the Yankee in her trying to be Southern, you know. I love that. Hannah's got stories that I don't even have. Yeah, she's like you. She spent time with Sally, helping her, you know, clean house or whatever.
I wasn't physical, but we talked a lot through my bell.
Yeah, that's the way Sally did us. She kept us at a distance as a group. She was part of it. And I think that's what she was doing, was being a part of it. And then when she had an opportunity, like with Danny, he's probably got stories that we don't have any clue of the conversations, the things that they enjoyed talking about together. I know her favorites are sitting right here in this room. That pleased my heart because she loved her Sari and Sari. Danny was like, what did she say? She said Danny was a mountain that she would never get to climb, meaning the depths of Danny. She would never see all of that, and that was one of her greatest desires. And Max was like, they were confidants or something, I don't know. They would sit and tell each other secrets. They wouldn't tell anybody else, you know. You would never hear what they had to say. And then Hannah was like, I think that's the reason she moved up here, was this, because she loved her. Hannah loved Sally. She came up for her birthday, and that was a zoo, wasn't it, Diane? And when she came, she got stuck at the bus stop, and she had to call and get help, get a ride. Diane and her stepmom came and took her and brought her up to Shelby, and she knocks on the door and walks in, and I'm home, and all of us are going, what? You know, and it was just, it was such a surprise, but she was home. She was. It was a month later that we moved her up. Now I'm going to sit back, and anybody else that wants to place a memory out here for us. Come on. Why? You can talk. You can cry if you want to. Okay. You stay there. Anybody else want to say anything?
She loved to laugh.
She did love to laugh.
Yes.
And she loved to make people laugh. Remember the Hanukkah when we were out in the library? I mean, she literally had all them kids rolling in.
For real.
Desi was laughing so hard he couldn't sit in his chair. He was in the floor laughing. And it was Sally. And her and Sally were sitting at the desk together. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, look at them two old bats. They're like, they're in this
Wait a
together.
minute.
But
I resent that.
you were egging her on. I was just, I
Oh,
was.
did she
in
give
tears.
it back?
Oh yeah, but but see what you were doing was pointing something out, and then she would expound on it,
Yeah.
and you would just die laughing. No, but she made Hanukkah really. I mean, you stop and you think about it. The gifts, none of the gifts matter to me. What mattered to me, what my gift was, is to have 20 people in my house for one night of Hanukkah. That was just most awesome because the fellowship and the prayer, and we got to eat, and we got to laugh, live, laugh, love.
Me, presents in the FC, not in the US.
Yeah,
You know, it's,
yeah.
that's what it is to me.
So if anybody else got anything to say, we'll close it down. Eat. Y'all done? Y'all hungry?
I think she was. I think what I can remember is just that very first time meeting her. As she was the kind of person you met one time and you felt like you knew her
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can still remember. You know, sometimes you forget people that you meet when you first met them, and you have to really think hard. But with Sally, it was at the birthday party for Hannah, and we were there, and she just had that kind of presence, and it stays with you.
Yeah. The 16th birthday party. The dress, the shoes, the
birthday
earrings,
cake,
the necklace, all of everything. Hannah was adorned by Sally that birthday. She bought all of that for her. And it was her. She paid $80 for the shoes. That's how important it is. She loved her. She loved her. She was like, she said, watch, Danny's gonna drool.
Danny.
And Cole's gonna drool. And I was like, I was laughing because, you know, they just had fun. Yeah. And then when she danced with Daddy, that was awesome. And that filled Sally up. She was like, you know, I think that I'm just going to replace all my bad stuff with all their good stuff. She told me that one time, sitting at the table, and Hannah was burping. Yeah. Oh my God, that was a 50. You know?
That was at Super Bowl last year.
We gathered here
Everything glass in the kitchen, I shook when I burped. That was so funny. And she was like, oh my God.
honor her with her favorite meal. Now, if we sit here and let it go bad, I think she's gonna get a little bad.
But just one more thing. I wanted to, this is her 30-year sobriety plan.
Wow.
She was proud of that. We got a square Sally. Isn't it wonderful? She used to be round, but now she's square. And I want to read something that she wrote. Didn't she write this? Did this come up?
No,
No?
it's the one, not that. It's the open one. Open one, it's, if I should wake before I die.
Is this it? This looks good.
Yeah, open it. And it's on the left-hand side.
Oh, if I should wait before I die, I pray to know about those most important things. For I believe that I won't so much be judged on those things I have done, rather those things I could have done, were I only willing to obey God's wishes. I won't be judged on what I gave, rather the spirit in which it was given. I won't be judged on what I knew, rather what I ignored to learn. I won't be judged on where I went, rather for what purpose. I won't be judged on why I did certain things, but rather I didn't choose more wisely. And finally, I won't be judged for who I love, rather how I love. And
That's pretty deep.
yeah, she wrote that, Sally Spirited Rose, April 7th, 2010. And I still can't read that, I don't know what it says.
It says, hand it to me, because it says,
Right, there's a little tiny one right
it is
there.
on her thing. This is when I went to see her in the nursing home, and it says, miss you and love you, Sally, and it's got a heart.
Oh. You know, we made sure she had art supplies, writing and stuff. But the thing that you put on the back of it, I think it's something we all need. When I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say, I used everything you gave me. And I think she did. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for remembering her. I love you. Y'all are precious. That's it. What am I supposed to do now?
Eat.
She's crying.
Let me say one thing that I want to remember. I remember, because she was in our Bible study for however many years it was, and I remember her slowly but surely coming into the Bible study, meaning that she would spend her time in the kitchen while we were all out here. And I remember one specific time where God began, for whatever purpose, He started using us for her, that are surrounding her and laying hands on her and praying for her. Her entire body shook by the grace of God. And I remember we were, we've ministered that there's a storm coming for all these years, and God began to deal with her about the truth of that to such a way. Sally was sending me on a regular basis storm clouds. Matter of fact, on my Facebook in the background, that storm is coming, Sally made that for me.
Oh, awesome. She's
But-
good with graphics.
How the grace of God, I believe, though she was coming to understanding of it, God spared her from it.
Yeah.
That's what
That's exactly what it was. I cried when they told me she was gone. Because you wanted that one last time. Oh yeah. But you never know that last time is your last time. And, man, it just caved me in. If it hadn't been for Robbie and Diane and them doing what they did, things wouldn't have worked out the way they have. And God is good. I mean, He really is. He brought the things that we needed to do what we needed to do to remember her and let go of her. I am blessed in that the people she touched are the people that have touched me and mean so much to me. Because I know if I had to do something and I didn't have any other way to do it, I can call. And if you ain't got a way, you'll help me find a way, or help me. If you can do it, you'll do it. I know, because we got the same thing in our house. Open the door, let the blessings flow out, and then blessings flow in, and then they come back out again. Then they come back in. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. When I think the mystery of Sally's life is probably a comforting thing to me, because I don't want to think about all the bad things that she lived through. And I'm glad that I know about the good things that came from her, and how humble she was. she wanna lift herself up as a writer, but she was really good. And, she knew how to put words together, you know, word slingers. And sometimes she would say it out loud instead of writing it down. And she loved my poetry. She was constantly doing stuff with my poems. I would write them. I'd give her one. And she would put it on a thing and put art behind it or whatever, you know. And I'm like, wow. And she was just encouraging. Anyway, thank y'all. I appreciate every one of you.
Well, I just have to say something.
Okay, well,
It wasn't Robbie and I. I mean, it takes a group effort because, I mean, there's a lot of people that love Sally that gave towards bringing her home.
yeah.
And, you know, so
Well, it was your
we just loved her.
obedience to the trigger, you know, and you started it, and it just rolled because that's the way God does, and I
We're
appreciate
blessed.
that.
Well, let's say grace and eat Sally's